don't really have an appetite these days. Not really sure what's going on there. And so trying to think of something interesting to cook that will make me want to eat. So I've been doing a lot with just stuff in the some stuff that I have in the freezer. I'm trying to clear out the freezer. But today I went to the grocery store, so I have fresh produce, and that's inspiring. And so my sister used to make this black bean sweet potato, and I remember avocados. I'm about to put an avocado in here. The recipe I found did not, in fact, I found a couple of recipes, and so I kind of blended. So it's essentially a can of black beans drained. In my case, I prepare and then put them in the freezer. So I pulled out that um, bunch of cilantro, some red onion. I had like the top of a green onion that was like getting all out of control, so I went ahead and minced that up and threw it in there. I also have a sweet pepper that's just like lying around and I don't want it to go bad, so I threw in part of it. I'll taste before I put in the rest because I don't want it to like throw off the flavor. And then I'm roasting sweet potatoes as we speak. And then I made up a dressing, and I'm roasting the sweet potatoes with cumin seeds because I love them, and because cumin is actually the thing that kind of binds together. It's like a nice earthiness to complement the sweetness of the roasted potatoes, which are extra emphasized because all the sugars get to caramelize because they were being roasted. And then a dressing with lemon, cumin powder. Well, it's supposed to be lime. My lime was a little sad, so I had to supplement with some lemon, some olive oil, salt, and then I grated some garlic in there, so I'm gonna let that mellow, and then all of this will get blended together. People eat it both warm and cold, so today I'll eat it warm because it'll be coming out the oven, assembled like that. And tomorrow I'll probably eat it cold, although maybe not because tomorrow's supposed to be cold. So I'll show you what it looks like when it's all come together. Voila! Pretty quick and simple. The biggest piece, or the longest piece, is the roasting of the sweet potatoes, and the smaller you make them, the faster they go. And so I'm gonna taste it. I didn't really measure for my dressing, so we'll see how that turns out. Super fresh, super bright. Probably could have tinged back a little bit on the lemon. So if I had just had if my lime had worked out the way it was supposed to, I think it would have been perfect. The sweetness of both the sweet potatoes and the sweet pepper are nice, and try and balance out some of the citrus because the citrus is hitting hard. But mostly delicious. Super easy, super bright. I may eat this whole thing tonight. Look, I'm rhyming. Anyway, this is delightful. I hope you have something delightful too. Quick note, after eating this a little bit more, one of the things I read, I got this off of All Recipes, and I love them because the people who use All Recipes like actually cook, and so they put in comments on the bottom. And one of the things a lot of people mention is that they put in the red onion in with the sweet potatoes for like 15 minutes before they were coming out. And I was thinking I wanted the brightness of the onion. However, it is strong, even like done in small pieces the way it's done. It's still very strong, so I could see how mellowing it out a little by roasting a little, bringing out some of the sugars of that might actually be really good. So I'll keep that in mind for next time. So just a thought for you if you decide you want to make this too. One last note. I also think this would be good if you did the dressing, did the onion and whatever, specifically though with the beans, and let that sit as long as you possibly could, and then mix everything else on top of it so that that taste can really saturate the beans more than anything else because it has a slippery surface. It's not particularly porous until you bite into it, and so it doesn't necessarily, the sauce, like the dressing, doesn't really cling to it in the same way that it does to the potatoes, and because the herbs are so delicate. So that's what I would do next time, is I would make the dressing, put the beans in, let them sit around for a bit while I'm roasting everything else, and that way hopefully get some of the flavor in.